So, last time we left off with you all on the edge of the sea of trash that makes up the sea that the Isle of Lost Things stands on, which is a small, medium-sized city constructed of trash by the rats and mice that live there, as well as the other denizens. You, along with your newly found companion, Tin, who I will be calling him from now on, Tin Soldier, because Tin is easier, so we're going to go with Tin. Made your way to a small turnstile paddle boat that was to be your ship to make it across the sea of trash to the Isle of Lost Things. You are introduced to Quentin, the ship's captain, a salty, rustly rat. And after payment for the new three companions to Tin, you made your way across the Sea of Trash, where you were attacked by slimes that lived amongst the garbage and a mechanical creature known as the Smelter, which you killed. And the ramifications of which we will not know yet. What's going to happen to all the trash? And Quentin, first nervous about this realization, quickly grew into fascination and happiness that now the sea could be scavenged freely without danger. Well, less danger. And after so that, you made your way to the Isle of Lost Things, where you departed the vessel and snuck your way through the city with Tin to find his the rest of his companions. But before you made it, though, Vestin, you were confronted by a sprite who said that basically who said that your job to deliver the two items, the weapon and the gem, to Mr. R.L. Russ was not yet over, and that he is eagerly waiting for you. And that in 3 days, that you have 3 days to meet back up with this individual who will take you to Mr. Russ. And then you continued out through the city. And Tin led you to a warehouse where you entered and found the Mouse Revolution, where many mice prepare for something, you're not too sure what, and that is where we begin. With you all and Tin inside this warehouse with all of these different mice who look disheveled and not too great. They look like lower class citizens, really. They're all filthy. Is Discord okay? Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Yep.
I saw a blip, so I wasn't sure. But yes, you are all now in the warehouse where you see all these low class mouse folk putting together the goods. You see there seems to be like a medical station where they're giving out medical supplies. There's a food station where they're giving out food to small mouse children and other individuals who need it. And then kind of in the back, you see a round table that's set out. And you see, I believe 3 individuals. Let me check my notes. That's the one thing I always forget to open up the fucking notes. You think that'd be the first time. It's not. but yes, with 3 individuals around this table who look kind of a higher station than the rest of the mice in this warehouse. They seem to be discussing something, and 10 turns around to you. Well, welcome to the revolution. I'm going to talk to my associates. Make yourselves at home, I suppose. They have food, drink, medical supplies if you need it, other things perhaps you could find here as well. And when you're finished, feel free to join me.
Well, all right then. Where will your associates be?
Well, if they're not there at the main table discussing things, then we will. I will find you if you leave.
All right.
Very good, very good. 10 speed. He kind of salutes to you and turns around and goes to the table where the other 3 individuals are standing, and you can kind of see him greet them off in the distance. So, what do you 3 do? What's dragon? Can't forget the dragon.
Yeah, just chilling, hiding under my hood.
Oh yeah, the dragon.
Yeah, we're just like mice, rats.
That's
just like
right.
rats.
I completely forgot. You all disguised yourself as rats. Some
I don't know
better than
how
others.
rat-like we look, but we're covering up that we're human or humanish.
Listen, I'm using I just realized because when we made our disguise, I could actually have the dragon under my hood, also helping make the snout of my rat disguise.
That rat has a very scaly snout.
Listen, it's contagious. Stay away.
I have
The
eczema.
smelter burnt it off.
I have a skin condition.
It's a medical condition. I can't believe.
We don't
I
all believe
forgot that.
this.
So you said there's mice all over here, and they have supplies basically.
Yeah, so
Or-
the warehouse that you're currently in is like full of mice, young, old, women and men and children, all of all ages. You can see like different families kind of huddled up together, and it looks like a mishmash of like a kind of like a military outpost and a what's the word? Kind of like a safe house.
Refugee camp?
Yes, on a refugee camp. Kind of like a mishmash of both, like combined together.
Is there like a barracks area, or like you know what I'm talking, like a weapon master, like a guy who's holding weapons or anything like that? Or-
Yeah. So you look around a bit and you see like a kind of like a little area where there's like different weapons kind of placed up. Give me a perception check.
All of us.
Whoever's looking for stuff.
21.
All right, we're 21. Yeah, so you kind of go over to like this little weapon stash area, and a lot of the stuff that you see looks kind of ramshackled together. Like you see just different like sticks and like spears, kind of like just made out of like wood or with like sharpened metal bits like tied to the end or like strapped on. You see like a lot of it is like weaponry that would be easy to make on like a very low budget. So like you see like little like bottles with like liquid in it that are capped and like kind of like prepared to be like used as Molotovs. You see like little ramshackle devices that look like some sort of explosives that are kind of like kept like in like a safe area. Like all these like different like materials like used for spears. You see like tiny like little souls that are like kind of rusted. They don't like have a smith like prepping weapons, but it's kind of like more of like they don't have like a furnace or anything. They have like a whetstone though, like some rats or like not rats, mice, specifically mice. Everyone in here is a mouse, except for you all and Tin. And they're like sharpening the weapons, but a lot of like the weaponry here is like really rusted, and it's like it's not good quality, but it's still useful.
Okay.
And you also see that they have like armor, but it's all like kind of like repurposed bits of like metal from like probably trash, and like leather from like probably like boots that were like reused, because you know size boots would be like giant to them, so repurposing that leather would make pretty decent armor. As well as like giant like beetle shells and stuff like that. They're like meaning to like scale armor and stuff like that.
They seem to have a pretty, well, for a militia of sorts, they seem to have a pretty decent idea of what they're doing here, doesn't it seem?
Definitely above average.
I certainly wouldn't have thought any animal capable of an assembly like this. It's kind of cute.
Just makes you wonder if this is all really going on while we're in the real world, right?
I prefer to not think about that.
Well, after this, you'll be thinking about it all the time.
Nature is scary.
I don't really know it. I mean, like, I walk around, I see they don't really have much that we could use outside of, like, what we have.
Yeah, I myself am all set.
Yeah, outside of it, admiring the operation that they got going on, I mean, there's not much Vestin can think to do to like help anybody. Like he's not a he can't make tools. Can either of you make tools?
Nope.
Not really my skill set.
Then you think we just go find Tin or go up to Tin and see what the plan is to take down the Rat King and rescue Ballerina?
Unless we want to take a rest first.
When's the last time we slept? What time of the day is it? Like, actually, like, slept.
Last time.
Just before the lizard, I think.
Yeah, you slept just after the lizard, actually. Just before encounter, just after. It was like a kind of like a full day long thing. You slept after the lizard attack. And then started.
But before the smelter attack.
Yeah, before the smelter attack. But you've been traveling for like a good portion of the day. Like you all kind of tired and worn down. Because you've been traveling for a long time. It feels like. You have noticed that as you kept like an eye on the sky, usually, from like the day before, you notice that the sun does move in the sky. It is kind of like always that twilight kind of time, but as opposed to like the sun going from one side of the horizon up into the sky to the other side of the horizon, it kind of just goes along the horizon, which is strange because you've never seen that before. So that kind of would probably help you to understand what the sprite was talking about yesterday. I say yesterday. Time. It's weird, right? just prior to this, that's what he was talking about. The cycle was the sun going from one part of the horizon around to the other and then back again. That's kind of what you kind of like put together is what he was talking about, and that's kind of what you have expected. But it never really becomes nighttime, except for when you went to sleep the other night.
Except for when
Interesting.
we went to sleep. Okay. Well,
Should we ask
We're-
Tin if there's a place where he can rest?
yeah, we can. Do we want to hear the game plan and then go take a rest, or?
That seems like a good idea.
All right. Let's walk over to 10 then. And is it a high table or is it a low table?
It's just kind of like a
Like-
normal, like, height table. I say table, but, like, it's not like... I mean, it is a table, like, to those size, but it's kind of like just, like, a little piece of, like, circular wood that's, like, put on, like, what looks like a bottle cap or something. It's not like a very high table. It's like an average-sized table. But it's made out of trash.
Not like a spool or something.
Yeah, sure. Spool, bottle cap, something. Something's up under there holding the wood up.
I just remember, what was that mouse movie? They had like a spool for thread that was like a table.
Was that the one with mouse?
Talking like Cinderella?
Give Cinderella. I automatically went to like the Moskowitz movies.
Stuart Little.
I don't remember the name.
It's Stuart Little, that
Or-
bastard.
Maybe the Great Mouseketeers? I know the mouse movies you're talking about.
What
Dude.
what is the Moskowitz ones called? Because I can't remember. Feywild. Is it just called Feywild?
I
Don't ask me.
Really? Y'all don't know what I'm talking about, do you?
I know what you're talking about, but like I don't remember it at all.
I think it was like Feywild's Journey to the West or some shit. I don't remember. It's the Jewish mouse. Everyone knows the Jewish mouse. Anyway. So you all make your way up to 10 and the other 3. And as you approach, you see these 3 different mice. You see one is like in a cloak and like has like scars over like across the face. One of them is a kind of like a larger mouse, almost like the size of one of you, but he is a mouse. He's like really ripped and muscular. It's almost like if you saw like one of those dogs or animals that like just has like way too much muscle. That's kind of what he looks like.
But a mouse.
But a mouse. His fucking rat lifts and doesn't skip leg day. And then the third individual you recognize, it is the mouse that escorted you all in 10 here. It was the one that was kind of like wearing the oversized cloak and was trying to sell you. I forget what he was trying to sell you. It was just random crap. He's there as well. I think I imagine like, do you want to buy a watch or some shit like that? I don't remember, but anyway. But those are the 3 you see along with 10. And as you approach, they all kind of notice you. And you see out on the table is a map. And 10 kind of turns around and greets you. Oh, hello. You've gotten everything you need. You're prepared for whatever it is you may come across.
Well, outside of the things that we already had on our persons, doing a quick exploratory journey through here, it doesn't seem like there's much we need, unfortunately, but
Oh, well, that's good to hear. You're all prepared and ready for. Well, just listen. I gotta remember my names because remember when I said y'all don't really like these names that I came up with? These were the names. Quickly, let me introduce you. This individual who we've met before is Sparky, the explosives expert. And the individual we met before, like little short, kind of gremlin-esque looking guy, who's like, you can see now he's like missing some hair and like he has like some bone and sculpture marks over his like skin. He waves, "Pleasure to meet you." And then he points to the larger, like muscular mouse and goes, "This is Bruiser." And Bruiser nods and goes, "Salutations." And this, our dark little friend here, is... And she interrupts and goes, "The name's XX Dark Shadow XX.
Oh my god.
I knew that's the one. I knew it. I knew I was going to get you with that one.
Vestin just like blinks at him. X.
Can we just call you X or Shadow?
Shadow's fine. I was waiting for it. I was like,
I was thinking Cringe Lord myself.
got him. I was like, what if I name a thief XX Dark Shadow XX? That was my opportunity.
Yeah, and you took it and surprised us all.
I took it and I ran with it. Well, the fourth member is not here, unfortunately. Shadow, would you like to do the explanations? And she kind of steps forward and she kind of like points out to the map. "Welcome to the Isle of Lost Things. You're here. And now, hopefully, you're seeing a map. If it loads. You seeing a map?
It is loading. Okay.
Sort of.
I can wait. I got all the time in the world. And by all the time in the world, I mean 3 o'clock.
It's loaded for me.
I mean, I think it's loaded. It's just
Yeah, I got it.
weird looking.
That's what you get when you use a randomized island making tool.
Okay.
I can't read my own names. Alright.
There's not like a ping tool you can do, huh?
There is. There's a spacebar. That
Oh,
points.
spacebar.
Yeah, it points. It doesn't like ping, but it points. But I had to like lean in to see my own names. You know what? I have the map on my phone. Ta-da! It does look, compared to my phone, it does look all scrunched up. I don't know why it looks like that. And she points. "We are here at the tunnel markets. But we need to go is here. To the throne ward.
Okay. So, is that a wall?
Yes, that is a wall. The main fancy pants livers live behind the wall that they constructed several generations ago when the the Rat King took control. That's where all the rats live, all the fancy pantsies, and they pushed out all our mice out here to the outskirts to fend for ourselves.
So I assume you have a way through the wall.
We're working on it.
That's not
I'm
sounding very
assuming
confident.
Sparky is going to blow a hole in the wall.
I can do that. I can do that, yeah. It's an option.
That was just my thought, seeing all the explosives that you had created.
But we do want to kind of make this other stuff. They don't we, Sparky? Yeah, I suppose we do. Yeah. Because you see, what we need to do is we need to get in, and there's an execution. There's some good mice out there that don't need to be done what's going to be done to them. And so has it, our intel says that the king's going to be there too. So, if we're lucky and we're smart, we can kill 2 rats with 1 stone. Not metaphorically speaking.
You actually want to stone him to death?
Well, it doesn't have to be a stone. It could be a spear. It could be an explosive. Anything, really.
Okay. Well, where are you proposing the point of entry be? And Veston starts, like, tracing his finger around the wall.
Well, yeah, that's what we're trying to figure out now. The execution is scheduled for next cycle. The start of the next cycle. We discussed going in over here, where it's the closest to the markets, but that leaves us with a long trek to get to the execution coliseum. And we could get trapped along the way. We also discussed blasting a hole at the end, towards the throne ward where the king lives and closer to where the execution is meant to take place. But again, explosives are loud, and we don't want to attract too much attention too quickly.
Can we not climb the wall?
We could. The sentry's set up. We have to time it just right for like when they change out station. But we could definitely climb the wall. The main
That seems like the least noticeable.
There's also a set of tunnels that kind of go in under the ground, but they have a tight guarding around those as well. There's also,
like how many guards guarding around it?
Well, there's
like
less guards
squadron?
around the tunnels because most of the things that live in there kind of guarded itself. It's not so much guards as much as like oozes and slimes and nasty things like that that live out from the trash around us to kind of move in under the tunnels. It's kind of like how the tunnels were made. The oozes kind of like melted all the trash, and now they just kind of go around under the city. It's also where a lot of people come from. When you ain't got no house to live, underground's kind of a good place to go.
Could we set up distractions? Anyone that could maybe make some noise, draw some attention, allow us to get through?
Yeah, we could do that. Sparky, you can make good distractions, right? You got like explosive. Yeah, I got that. Yeah.
Make explosives on one side of this wall. Time it. Get the guards all running across the aisle. And we make our move.
So So you want to set up an explosive over here. And then we climb over on the other side. That could work.
And for a backup, I would almost say you'd probably want 2 points of explosives. One perhaps a little bit closer, but still away from the throne ward. Like maybe in the Rose Orb? Rose Orb? Ward?
The Rose Orb ward. Yeah. That's not difficult to say at all.
I'm like looking at the word and it's like right together and I'm like, what?
I know, it is difficult to read in this map. I don't know why it did that when I like put it in here, because like the picture on my phone is like a lot clearer than that. I don't know why. It's weird.
Probably just compression issues.
Yeah. Strange. Yeah, this is a lot better like on my phone. He's like, Sparky, we got enough to do that? And he's like, I got enough for like a tiny one. Not like a hole buster. I could like bust a hole one time, but not two.
Well, we don't need hole busters for this. We just need distractions.
Well, if we're just doing distractions, I can like set up like a dozen distractions all over the place.
If you could set up distractions around where gates of this wall are, because I'm assuming there's more than one entry and exit point of this wall. If you could set up distractions all around the wall to draw the guards from their stations, that would give us multiple points of entry there, and they all get set off at the same time, and then everybody sneaks in and makes their way over to the throne ward.
They all kind of listen, I think, from it. And Shadow looks up to Bruiser. Bruiser, what do you think? Sounds good to me. There's 4 main entry points next to each main district. Sparky blows them up. We climb over the wall. Get in. Do a little execution of our own get out. Hopefully the boss shows up in time.
I think he would, given this next series of executions you say is quite a high priority. Is there anybody special we should be trying to save?
There's mostly just civilian executions, kind of ones of our group who got captured. But then there's strange, there's like one rat there too. Apparently he was trying to sneak back into the city, trying to smuggle someone out. Don't really have a name for him though. If we save him, we could. Seems like he's a traitor. No, we'll sweat off our backs though if we don't get him out. He's a rat after all.
Understandable. But I think that might be our best option. I think it would cut down on any casualties of trying to force our way through any of the gates and distract all of any guards that are on the towers from what we are doing.
That sounds like a plan. Now, second phase, getting into the Colosseum. Now, the execution's gonna go off without a hitch. No matter what happens on the outside. They got guards set up inside. And from what we've been told, they got some kind of weird things going on in there. As people are disappearing. And we don't know what happens to them. But you can hear like screaming. And like the tunnels. That ain't normal. They might be there too. And then you kind of like, so you're like, kind of like, get lost in thought for a minute. And then she kind of like knocks herself out of it. Anyway, the Colosseum's got two main entrances. One for the general public to come and watch, and then one for the guards and for everything they bring into the Colosseum floor itself. So it's just a matter of which one we want to go through. The king has
The
his
easiest.
I'll go for it.
The easiest for everybody to blend in would be the main entrance. I don't think any of us would fit in whatever kind of clothing the rat guards have. But if we wanted to try and surprise them from both sides, we would try to get two teams in, one on each side.
We could try that. Our team's gonna be very small, it's just us three.
Don't you mean 7? With 10 and us as well?
If you want to join in on our team, if you want to split up into two,
What would you rather do, Shadow? Would you rather try and get in through the guards or go in with the general populace?
general populace will be easy. It's a lot more eyes though. It's not gonna be a lot of mice. It's gonna be rats. So we kind of have to. Bruiser's fine. Bruiser kind of like just appears no matter what crowd he goes into. Because he's big. The rest of us kind of stick out. We're short. We could try to act like kids. It's usually where we go. Use times when we sneak through the main wards. So I'm partial to less eyes myself, but I'm partial to less eyes myself, and going in through the bottom where all of the guards and prisoners and deadly creatures they bring in go will put us closer to our main goal, which is getting these people out. However, if we go up the main, where everyone else goes, we'll be closer to the king, and we could probably take him out easier.
Are you opposed to the three of us and maybe 10 taking out the king and you rescuing the prisoners?
If you think you got it, I'm not opposed.
Well, I think my sister here has it. She can take a beating.
I do have to warn you.
Hey.
He's not easy to take out. We've tried this before. It's dangerous.
I think we can handle it. We did kill that beast in the sea of trash on our way in. I think a rat is of no consequence to us.
You killed the smell too.
Yeah.
I think they might got this. Just maybe.
But so if we invest and start pointing on it, so the three of us, Tin, would you like to join us, or do you want to go rescue the prisoners?
Ting kind of speaks up. He's kind of like been taking a side to all this. I'm going after the prisoners.
All right, so then it is settled. Shadow, Sparky, and Bruiser, and Tin, you will find whatever way you want into the back of the Colosseum through the guards, and you will rescue the prisoners, while Sylvie, Vishara, and myself sneak in through the general populace entrance and get close enough to the king and engage him and take him out. Does that sound like a plan?
They all kind of nod. Sounds like a plan. Now we just need time. Execution is set to be off at the start of the next cycle.
How long is
Enough
that?
time to get a rest?
It is... Bruiser, take a look outside and tell me what it is. He kind of nods and makes his way through the warehouse and exits. And there's like this awkward, like, just waiting for him to get back. And then, after like a good bit, he comes back in and make insight checks.
Oof. 8 for me.
Anyone else want to make an insight check? No? Okay.
1 second. I was zoomed in. I have to get back to my token.
Where is it at? Where is it?
Oh!
Twinsies!
I can probably do that.
Come on, can we go for 3? Can we go for 3 8s? Almost. There's a 1 in front
I
of
mean,
it.
there is an 8 in there.
There is an 8 in there. It was close, almost. We almost did it. We did get 3 8s. That's all I asked for.
Strangely, this is one of the things that Vishara is good at. I want to ask her to talk to people, but
No talking. Yeah, so as he comes back in, Vested and Silva, you don't really notice anything. He just seems to be walking back. But, Vishara, as you watch him come back, you kind of notice he looks a little confused. And then he makes his way back to the table. And he kind of leans down a little bit, and in a hushed voice says something to Shadow. If you'd like to hear, you can make a perception check. If you would like to see if you can listen in.
All of us, or just Vishara?
Yeah, well, you all see him like whispering something, so if you would be nosy enough.
Oh. Well, yeah, I want to be nosy.
I want to know secret. Holy shit. Natural 20!
makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you all kind of lean in. No, what the fuck am I talking about? He leans in, and then you all kind of listen. And Vestin and Vishal, you two kind of, well, Vestin, you kind of make out a few things. You can kind of hear that he says, "Something ain't right. It's still mid-cycle," and that's about all you get. Vishal, as you listen, you hear, "Shadow, something ain't right. It's still mid-cycle. It was mid-cycle like earlier. It should be closer to the end of cycle. I don't know what's going on."
Bishara will reach out with her mind and tell each of her allies what she heard.
Alright, so you tell them what you heard, and Bruzo kind of leans back up, and Shadow goes, It's mid-cycle, so yeah, a few more hours, and it'll be at the end of the cycle, and then next cycle will start pretty soon. It's getting late though, so we should all rest. Yeah. We should all rest. We're all gonna rest. I recommend you do the same, and when it's time, we'll get you. That's what we do. And she kind of just pats Bruiser on the bicep, and I'm gonna head out now. She just walks away.
Okay.
And Sparky kind of looks confused, and then he goes, "Yeah, I guess we'll meet you. I guess we'll get you then. Yeah." That was weird. And Bruce looks at him and goes, I'll tell you later."
Before they leave, where are the resting quotas invested in? That will last before everybody leaves.
Oh my god, it fucking disconnected. Okay, I'm just gonna stop streaming because obviously streaming is not working, but the recording is, so that's weird. It just won't be on Twitch. Okay, so as you asked that, Bruiser looks to you and was like, the sleeping. If you're gonna be staying here, the sleeping quarters are over there with all the cots and stuff. And if you you notice as you walked in and as you look over to where it's pointing, there's several mattresses that are cut out of thick padded foam. That different people are sleeping on. Some of them are empty, but a lot of them are sleeping on it. You see little kids or all kind of bundled up on all of these beds, and moms and dads are kind of with them. Yeah, if you're gonna sleep here, you can use some of the cots. That's kind of what they're there for, is for people who ain't got no place to go.
Is there any
Well,
other
then.
place you could recommend, or do you two want to sleep here or find somewhere else?
I don't have a preference.
Doesn't matter to me.
If you want an inn, I can there's some inns around here. Not so much around the tunnel markets. They're a little far off.
Actually.
You can go to the wharf, the Rose Wharf. You can find some there. It's a little sleazy individuals usually, but you can usually find a good cheap rest there. The stone piers also have some places. Everything outside of the main ring is going to be a little degraded. A good sleep.
Just, show me a 10-foot space, and that's all I need.
Hey, you're using that hut you said you never use.
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
I got it by Dash. We're gonna use it. It's like, he kind of looks around and like a lot of the space is used. Like there's not a lot of empty room in here, despite it being a giant warehouse. And he kind of looks around and he looks up. It's like, you could go up there in the rafters. There's like a second level that we mostly use for storage. You might be able to find like some space up there. I could like move some boxes around.
Sure.
Okay, follow me. And he kind of like goes like to the back of the room, and you see like a ladder that's going up to like kind of like a second floor, but it's like half of like a floor that kind of like just stops. It's kind of like a loft and like a bone. And he goes up. You hear him like moving around stuff, making some room. And as you all go up, eventually you'll see him moving around different like crates and boxes and things. Just move, like the loud as he like moves them. And eventually he clears you out like a 10-foot space. Well, there you go. Sure you don't want any cots? Not more comfortable than this. And he points to the ground.
So, this is when, let me double check something. This is when Vishara pulls out a small crystal bead and then marks a circle on the ground. And, with a very short word, a dome of force appears. And she says, "We'll probably be good. We just gotta put down our bedrolls."
Ooh. That's fancy. Wish I could.
And then she just walks through.
He kind of like pokes it with his finger. And did you like give him permission to go in?
Nope.
Yeah, as he like pokes with his finger just goes bonk, bonk. Oh, that's kind of cool.
We gotta put the big sign, humans only, no mice/rats allowed.
And they would not understand why, because they like are still in your disguises. Like, why humans only? They can't even fit in such a small bubble.
Could they even read? That's probably the bigger question.
Yeah.
The side can't stop me because I can't read. Bonk, but the shield can. Damn it.
Exactly. Oh, apparently I can also pick the outside color.
Yeah, you can pick the color.
So,
make it look whatever you like. I think technically you can make the shape as well. Like, I don't think it has to be a dome. I might be making that up though. But also, why not?
well, it just says dome, but
But fuck it, why not? I'm gonna make
It's
a rhombus.
nice and comfy, both in temperature and humidity inside.
Yeah. It's
And,
temperature control.
It's a little bit dim, but since she can control the light, it'll just turn dark when she wants it to.
Nice. And Bruiser goes, okay, well, good evening, good night, sleep tight, don't let the ticks bite, seriously don't, they're really big. Also watch out for fleas.
That's
I'm pretty
horrifying.
sure neither can actually get through the barrier. So,
And We'll see you before next cycle. And he starts going back down the ladder. And then you see him like poke his head up. Oh, also, if you ever get hungry, there's food and drink downstairs. Just ask. They'll give you some. Anything else you need. Toilet. Just go outside. It's what everyone else does, but
Well, everybody
That's
else
almost more disturbing.
the sewage system isn't what it used to be, I'll admit.
It's fine.
Anyway, good evening, good night, good afternoon. And he goes back down.
Vishara's already put out her bedroll and got all comfy.
Yeah, Vestin will get his bedroll out and start prepping to go to sleep.
Alright, you all prep for the night. And as you do, you hear like the rumble and bustle below you, which honestly isn't very loud. Everyone in here has been kind of keeping it quiet. Like they're not meant to be in here. Or they don't want to be found out. But you hear like the kids all, being kids. They're playing. You hear like babies crying and all that stuff. Which honestly is, for mouse, it's kind of like squeak, squeak. So it's a little cute. You hear like, people eating and, just going about their lives, as well as others getting weapons ready and kind of prepping for anything that might happen as you all get ready for bed. Do you set up a watch at all, or are you just kind of comfy in the
I'm
dome?
pretty sure we're good with that. Good luck getting through the barrier.
I'm
So
sure.
we should just be able to sleep.
Yeah.
Besides, it's got like a whole room of like rat children to go through first.
Yeah.
Nice.
That may slow them down. True.
Nice children. Keep calling them rats. It's bet on me. Rodent children there. Can't go wrong. Just like real children. Alright, so you all prepare for bed. Is there anything else you would like to do before you finally go to rest?
I don't think so.
Nope, I don't have anything else to do.
Sylvie? Faye? Yes?
Nope, I'm good.
No? Okay. Alright. In that case, you all lay down, you go to bed, and you blissfully fall asleep. Make a perception check at disadvantage for me.
I'm assuming that's everyone.
Yeah. All right. Actually, I guess the first. Okay. Actually, we're gonna go with this, but I guess the first question would be, which would you all? Do you think you all fell asleep roughly around the same time, or who do you think fell asleep last?
I mean, as the only one that needs 6 to 8 hours of sleep, I probably went to sleep first and was asleep the longest.
I would probably go to sleep last. Also, not needing as much time. I only need 4 hours, so.
Yeah.
Veston probably falls asleep pretty fast, so.
Okay. In that case, Michelle, you fall asleep effortlessly and blissfully. Sylvie and Veston, you, considering this, Veston, you probably fell asleep soon after Michelle. In which case, after maybe a couple of minutes or so, you're not too sure you were asleep. You do hear like some mumbling, like some like gasp, like from people down below. Sylvie, I would say at this time you're actually still awake. So one, you shouldn't have rolled disadvantage. That was on me. Two, you know what's going on. So there's no real need for you to even have rolled. You notice through like the cracks and like the misplaced bolts in the roof that it's nighttime. The sun's gone, and you see like just a faint glimmer of like moonlight coming through, and you notice, like from what you can see, like which is probably about like half of the warehouse floor, that everyone who is still awake notices this as well and is discussing it and talking about it and is a little either afraid of it or mystified by it. They really don't know what to do about it. So Veston, you kind of hear like just commotion. Would you wake up hearing about this commotion? Oh,
Yes.
okay, yeah. So you wake up and
Oh, sorry. Hold on. They're surprised that it's dark now? Is that what they were?
the surprise about with you being so high up and everyone being kind of quiet still, it's difficult to say what the surprise is exactly about, but they are like pointing towards like the moonlight and about the darkness. So you can kind of like correlate the two, but you can't really hear exactly what they're saying.
Hearing them, I think I would actually get out to just kind of take a listen down below.
Okay.
Not go all the way down, but enough to be able to hear.
Okay. So Veston, you wake up now and you see Sylvie is headed down the ladder and it's kind of stopped midway. Michelle is blissfully asleep.
Mm-mm.
And Sylvie, as you climb down and listen, they're all talking about what that is. Why is it dark? What is that thing in the sky? Why is the sun so pale? What was that? The fuck was that?
And I said it's the apocalypse.
Oh, it just cut out. I was like, is it? That's all I heard.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
I was like, what? I thought it was like the soundboard thing that Discord introduced. I was like, what was that?
Worst decision ever, Discord.
Honestly, it's like, I mean,
It's so annoying.
yeah, I think I've heard it like actually activate once. I was like, oh, what the fuck is that? But
I had somebody activate it during my other D&D campaign I'm in, and I was just like, the fuck? Totally breaking up what we were doing.
yeah, I definitely can't see that way it could be like intrusive. But anyway, it's the apocalypse. Yeah, so that's what you hear, Sylvie, and Veston. What do you do as you are now kind of up and about? Now seeing the like the faint moonlight kind of in like the darkness. And the kind of whispering people down below.
They say it never gets dark here. I wonder why it only gets dark when we go to sleep.
Has it? It has only happened when we've slept, right?
From what I can tell. But I mean...
Maybe we're in a dream.
Or maybe someone's fucking with the sense of time.
Perhaps reality will actually bend to our will, and if we will ourselves to be big again, we will be big.
Do you want to try that?
Sylvie tries it. She just starts thinking really hard about being big again.
Now comes my time as a DM if I want to allow this or not.
Is that how the reality works? Did I figure it out?
I never
Did I break
considered
the
it.
Matrix?
I never considered it.
Do I break the Matrix? Am I free?
Do I kind of want to see a giant Sylvie expand in a warehouse, probably killing hundreds of thousands of mice and rats at the same time?
Hell yeah, then I'd just scoop up the Rat King.
Like, do I want to see Kaiju Sylvie right now? Kinda, a little bit, yeah. Roll a D100. Because despite me wanting to see this, I also don't want to actively deny y'all, like, the story that's ensuing. Okay, 45. I'm gonna say, as you, like, close your eyes and think really hard, expand, oh, man, I kind of fucked myself up there. Okay, expand, grow, normal. You do feel the are you still on the ladder, by the way? I assume
Yeah.
you're still on that. Okay. You feel like the rungs of the ladder get smaller in your hands. And as you open your eyes, I'm going to give you one size category. You go up from
Hell yeah.
medium to large. I'm going to give you I'm going to give you large. You are now large. And your clothes do grow with you, so you're still like in your. Actually, are you still in your
That's good.
rat uniform, or did you take that off when you went to sleep?
I think I just left it on because I'm not really thinking about it.
Just left it on. Okay, so like.
Especially, well, especially because I went down the ladder and I wouldn't want them to see.
Yeah. So you're still in like your rat outfit, so like you expand to like this large like mouse rat. They kind of all just assumed you were a mouse, but look a little bit bigger. Like, why else would you be here? And you also came in with 10, so they didn't really question it. But yeah, you're now a large size, so fuck it, we'll just say double what you were before. So however tall Sylvie is now double. So she's like 5 foot.
She's now like
10,
12 foot
whatever.
tall.
Oh, was she tall? Was she like 6 foot?
She was like almost 6 foot.
Okay, then yes, like you're almost like 12 feet now.
Jeez.
Small 12 foot.
You're like 12
Yeah.
inches. You're like a solid 12 inches.
We're going to centimeters now.
The only thing that doesn't grow is the little pseudo
Hey!
dragon around your neck. So you kind of feel like your neck tighten a little bit. It's like the pseudo dragon. Like, eh.
Oh god. It works a little. Oh man, I should just keep focusing on being big.
The Vestin is just shocked. He's like, there's no way that just willing. And he just starts thinking, I want to be tiny then. Like, tiny.
Oh,
Okay, roll a D100.
oh no. Sylvie has like the smuggest smirk too. She's like looking at Vestin like
Holy shit. Okay, you know what?
Oh no!
Yeah. So you just like think tiny, and you just
Pocket size.
shrink. You just feel yourself as you are now like a little speck on the ground. Like,
Oh my god.
you like look up and you're like, you are now the size that you feel like you should be in this room. Like in comparison, you are now the mouse in this room, and everyone else is a human.
Oh. Do I have a high, low, squeaky?
If you want to have a high speaker voice, then yes.
Sylvie just kind of scoops Veston up. You're supposed to think the opposite.
Am I so small I can ride the dragon, though?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's what you wanted.
Size category.
No, that's
you are
not what I
you are
wanted,
minuscule.
but...
You are now minuscule, like super tiny, like. Itty bitty little bitty.
I can't believe this.
He's gonna steal your dragon. Why is OBS trying to connect to chat when the stream is not even on? OBS is freaking the fuck out.
Close it?
Well, I'm still.
Or are you recording?
Yeah, I'm still recording. I mean, I could stop it and like close it and then open it back up, but like, this will. Anyway, keep going.
You're supposed to think the opposite, you know. Not this.
Just testing.
Why would you test being smaller? We're supposed to be getting bigger.
I understand that. What?
You
If it
do
works
realize
one way, it
her
has to
voice
work the-
to you is probably like booming.
Yeah, it probably hurts.
You're supposed to think the opposite.
And you can barely hear me. I'm like shouting. Just put me down and he'll try to will himself back to being his normal size. Again.
I'll put him down and be like,
If not, I get a dragon to ride on.
Straight up, just stole your dragon.
and then the dragon eats you.
Yeah, no, that probably didn't fucking work.
Yeah, so you try to like will yourself to grow, and nothing happens.
What have you done?
What have I done? I'm testing magical theory here that shouldn't be possible.
But smaller!
You turned into a fucking gnome.
You're supposed to be the smart one, brother.
Listen, intelligence and wisdom are two different things.
And you have neither.
I have more than you.
Looking at you now, I say that's bullshit.
I stab her with my little toothpick rapier.
Roll attack. Oh wait, the toothpick.
I mean,
the toothpick or the actual rapier?
Well, it's like the actual rapier, but now I'm like,
Okay.
it's like this fucking size of a toothpick. So
Okay,
like
because you did actually have like a toothpick one. Actually, you may not have picked that up.
I want to
think
flick him with my finger. And just boop.
Yeah, so you do hit. I believe 18 would hit your armor class. Pretty sure.
It's actually 21.
Well, doesn't it go up because I'm large, or no? No, it goes.
No, AC doesn't change.
How does that work?
with size. AC doesn't change with size.
My AC is 19, so no, it does not hit
No,
me.
it doesn't.
No, it's actually 21
Is it 21?
because I have the +3 rapier.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know how to edit that.
Your attack is 21 because you have a +3, so it's actually 21.
Oh, okay.
So roll a d20.
Like I'm just trying to poke. That's it. Like just like
With the magic weapon.
Damn it! At all times, this would have been the one. Okay. I'll say you don't like take a full 10 damage there. If it was just a little poke, you take like 1 point.
Alright, I'm still flicking him with my finger.
Well,
I don't know what I'd roll for that.
Roll to attack. It's a melee attack. You're flicking. It's melee.
I don't think I have just regular melee. Oh my.
Yeah, you use a regular attack. Or just subtract level. This is gonna be a strength modifier.
We're just gonna roll this just to have it. It's a 28. That was almost a crit.
Yeah, you rolled a 19. You rolled a 19, so...
And then damages for melee base is 1d1? No, it's just 1, right? 1d4?
Yeah, it's just a 1, unless you're, like, trained in it. Which is bizarre. Right?
But it'd be plus strength, right?
Yeah, plus strength.
So it'd be 4 points of damage.
Yeah, that's just right.
Yeah, you
no,
you
5.
flick me and I go
5,
freaking
right?
flying.
Yeah, you flick him, and he just goes...
You two realize we were supposed to be getting everything maxed so we could go fight all nice and, healthy.
Oh, I'm fine. I still have to take my rest. He, on the other hand, he's gonna have to rest again. And maybe think about getting bigger.
Yeah, good.
I'll get bigger.
This is at, like, the beginning of your rest, so...
It's at the beginning of Vishara's rest.
That's true.
Alright, back up and into the hut.
Alright, you climb back up, and it's surprisingly quick now. And you get back inside. And no, I'm not going to be the douchebag that says, a large creature can't be in the dome or it dissipates.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, a large creature in the dome dissipates it, but I don't fucking care.
Huh. I don't remember that part, but
It's like at the end.
That means giants and stuff.
the last thing I see in the text is just about setting the color and transparency.
I know it's there because I remember one of our characters had a giant pig. And we discovered it.
Oh, it does say it fails if its area includes a larger creature or more than 9 creatures. I totally ignored that part.
How does a large person equal more than 9
I don't
medium?
I don't know.
Because I feel like it would still work with just like 3 of us. Now, if you had like 8 mediums and then you put a large person in there.
I think when they did it, they like took into account like grid size. So, because like a large creature takes up 10 by 10.
4.
Yeah, 4 squares, and that's a 10 by 10. So they would take up
Well,
the entire
it's
dome.
it's a 10-foot radius, so technically,
Oh yes, it's a
Technically.
20-foot dome. So yeah, I don't know why. I really don't. But also,
yeah,
I don't care.
they should take up the
If it's about
equivalent
like
of
height
4
wise, then
medium
like the
people.
large person could just easily like scooch down too.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Mm.
It's one of those.
That's so
like,
weird.
I don't know. I'm sure there's something like, but like I don't see how it breaks anything. Like bring your horse into the dome. You know, like I don't fucking know. It did make some kind of neat role playing in the past with like, if the pig can't get in, I won't go in. But you know, that kind of thing. But for this scenario, I don't really fucking care. So.
I mean, as variable as this place seems to be, I guess if I just thought about it, technically it should be any size I want.
Your dome covers the entire island.
I
Because it's 10 feet by
Mm.
10 feet.
That means
My,
Moonbeam literally eviscerates everyone.
well, remember, Moonbeam was like some sort of like magnifying glass ray from the sun. So, who knows? Who knows? I don't.
The rules of the Feywild are fickle. tickle things. And also, I just kind of wanted to see a giant kaiju Sylvie.
I'll get there.
Alright, so, you two go back into the dome and begin your rest.
All right. Take a rest.
Yep, you can
Pass
go
the
ahead
night.
and give yourself a long rest. Then you hear, as you're sleeping, well, actually, I would say Vesta and Sylvie probably wake up at this point because you're only for a while, so you two wake up first. And as you're awake, you see, like after about 6 hours or so, you see, Sparky climb up the ladder, sees the dome, and just kind of, you hear him dunk, dunk, dunk on the outside.
Answer.
Charles stretch. And, she poofs the dome out of existence.
You poof it out, and he kind of like jumps back a little bit, and then kind of like puts his hand in front to like see if he can touch it still, and it's not there. And it's like, Oh, you muted. Did you want to do something?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. It's like, we're getting everything ready to start heading out. So if you're still coming and all that, get ready, and I'll start playing the explosives, and you all can get into place.
Okay. Am I still tiny after I sleep?
Yeah, you wake up and you're still.
Shar looks at you too and goes, "What the hell happened while I was asleep?"
So, we found out if you think about getting bigger, or you're an idiot and you think about getting smaller, it'll happen.
Bashara says, "Does this work with everything?"
I don't know.
That's a new one. I've never seen that before. Kind of turns right. Oh look, the sun's out. That's nice.
So, here's something that, Bashara's gonna consider. Thaumaturgy has the ability to cause harmless tremors in the ground. And, she wants to try to make that thaumaturgy ground tremor affect the whole island. Because technically, this whole island is really tiny. So,
Well,
theoretically,
it is large enough for like an entire city and civilization of rats and mice to live on it with buildings.
yes. But she just wants
But
to see, because that would be hilarious.
So comparatively, the whole island is probably like 20 feet or so.
Yeah. And this is supposed to basically affect, like, a whole room or building. It doesn't really describe.
Yeah, goosey.
So, if this is true, and our size is mutable, then should the size of spells also be mutable?
Can definitely try.
And she goes to test it.
Go ahead and give me a a wisdom check. I think this is what I'm going to do from now on because I know before when when Sunstone, when you tried to like change your spells up a little bit, I was like, oh, do an Arcana check. I realize now that doesn't really make sense because Arcana is not really your spell casting ability. So for you, it'll be like Charisma. So I think that's what we're going to do for now. For like, if you do try to do stuff like this, it'll be like your spell casting ability or what's closest to it.
Well,
What about me?
You don't have a spell casting ability. Your
What
spell
if I
casting
want to
ability is
rage
strength.
into? Yeah, what if I want to rage more bestial?
Then get bit by a werewolf.
Unfortunately, we are in Rat Kingdom.
Get bit by a were-rat.
No, not a were rat.
Nah. You'll become as rats. But yeah, so as you cast Thaumaturgy and try to make the whole entire island shake, it doesn't. You do get like a little the tremor, like in the area that you're in. Like this little upper portion of the room starts to shake a little bit, and as it does, you see Smokey kind of like go, yeah, what you doing? What you doing? And like people below can see like this trembling start to like panic a little bit.
Bashar considers things and says, I don't think I have the trick quite yet. We'll work on it.
Yeah, just like I'm going to try and work on getting back to my normal size.
Good luck with that one.
I mean, I had a
Well, now I'll
really
never have
frightening
to
thought.
if I don't ever get back to my normal size, I never have to walk anywhere again. So
Smokey looks over. What happened to you two?
Growth spurt.
Oh,
Do you want to hear my frightening thought?
what is that, Fashara?
Well, if I could get our spells to work at their normal range, I could use spirit guardians to, pretty much eliminate anyone on the island that I wanted at once. What are we? What are we? Are we gone?
Well, I don't think we're gods, but
I mean to rats.
That's a fun idea.
do you really want to be a god to rats, though?
Not permanently.
I mean, if you think about it, wouldn't all gods think that people are like rats? Scurrying about their days?
Smokey
Probably.
just kind of scratches his head. I'm gonna go downstairs, get the things ready. Okay? And he just starts going down the ladder.
These people are crazy.
I mean, if you consider it, Vishara has mass healing word, so could heal all the friendlies on the entire island. Who would not want to do this? Who would not?
And this is how Vishara loses her religion, because she becomes a god. To
Oh,
mice
no.
and rats.
Oh no, she definitely worships her deity, but,
Why worship God when you can become a god?
Vishara's thoughts are definitely tuned to, increasing the worship in her goddess. So, she would probably, if it worked, she would probably start to, give some sort of lecture on, the benefits of her, goddess.
us try.
Like you said, become a god to rats.
Would definitely be a quick way to get captured and go into the Coliseum.
I mean, if she can kill all enemies on the island, figuring they stay on the island, what would it matter? But in the meantime, we should probably go do something.
Just don't leave me behind. Seeing as I have to take like 20 steps to get to
One step.
equal 1 step of yours.
I mean, you
It's a
are
good
the magic
workout.
worker. One would think you could make yourself change size.
Well, I'm trying.
Try again.
I think real hard. I'm like,
Roll 1d100. Roll me that d100. Is that an 87 or 97? That's an 87.
It's an 87.
Alright, so you think really hard. You're like,
Like the kind where you're like, people think you're gonna poop yourself.
you do poop a little.
Oh my god.
You almost
No,
Oh my
I don't
God.
poop a little. No.
It's a musky fault. I just keep getting distracted by this fucking. Welcome to chat. It keeps going off. I don't know what the fuck is on with OBS. But yeah, so you close your eyes, you focus really hard, become big, increase size, expand. And currently you're like so tiny, like you're minuscule, like tinier than tiny right now, the size of a bug. Normally. Not anymore, not right now, but normally. And then you kind of just feel like the rush of air as you kind of expand. And you're back to normal. A little bit shorter than normal.
Well, wow, you had to do that to me.
You got an
Had to do
87,
that.
you rolled a 99 to get here. I mean, come on. Not perfect.
Invest in like
Short king.
Yes, that's right. I am your king.
Not like that. Next thing you know, your head's gonna be bigger than your body.
Why must you always make fun of me?
Because you make it easy.
Oh, come on.
Now, shall we get going?
Yes, let's.
Certainly.
Alright, so you all head downstairs after gathering your things and preparing. You see XX. I'm not looking at it.
XX Shadow XX.
It was Shadow Slayer XX. I think it was like Slayer Shadow or some shit like that. I forgot. Slayer was in there. It was like XX that, whatever. You see Slayer. You see Bruiser, and you see Sparky all gathering up the things. Sparky as well, the explosive war, and he's like gathering up like all of the Molotovs, and he's taking like some like homemade like explosives that was like little metal spheres like kind of compacted together. They have like a little fuse coming out the end. And usually like grabbing all kinds of things. Bruiser, you see him like picking up like sets of like leather armor, and he's like putting them on. He's like putting on like metal, like bent metal plates on top of that, and he's like getting ready. And then you see Shadow, and she's like getting her whole things ready. Like she has a cloak on. And you see like just barely out of sight, like two daggers that look like two fangs, kind of like on her sides. And you see her like going around like tending to like all of the people who have woken up and tending to their needs. More so than getting ready. I mean, it looks like she's already, kind of set. And she's also tending to like the people like helping get them food and stuff like that.
Let's we have the map, right?
If you would have liked to have taken the map, you can. It's still there on the table, kind of like nailed down. By like thumbtacks.
I want to take it. I just want to. What gates are we going to be going in? Or are we all going to be going in the same gate, or?
Are you asking Shadow this, or just anyone? Like,
yes, Shadow.
Okay. She kind of looks at you as she's like putting like what looks like soup in like a bowl and handing it to people. Gate? What about gate? What about gate? No, we're,
the plan.
Yeah, we're climbing over the wall.
Climbing. Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Yeah, Sparky's.
I had other things on my mind.
Yeah, Sparky's gonna go pull up the gates, and we're gonna go. She kind of like hushes a little bit and like takes you to the side, trying to like not talk about this around like the normal citizens.
Oh. Sorry. Never mind. I remember now. Let's.
Sure, you got it. Yeah, Sparky's gonna go to the gates, and then we're gonna go over them. You got this. You good.
I'm fine. I got it.
I'm good.
Right, cool. Just follow our lead.
I'm ready.
All right, we'll be done in just a little bit. Just gotta feed the masses. And then she goes back and she kind of like finishes up helping, and then someone else takes over for her, and then she comes, kind of takes off an apron and puts it to the side. All right, we good? All right. And she kind of whistles, and Bruiser, who's now like got like this thick, like leather cutout from like probably a boot on his chest. And it's like got like these, like pieces of metal that have been like they've been shaped into like semi-spheres, like on his shoulders and knees. Ready. And then Sparky comes out, and he's got like a sack full of like different, what you can only expect to be like bombs. Yeah, I'm ready. And then shooks to you. Alright, you for ready? Let's go. Boss isn't here yet. Don't know where he is. Hopefully he'll get here. She kind of just like shakes herself out. Like, you ready? Alright, let's go.
Yes, let's go.
I hate that every time I hear something like that, I think of Mordecai and Rigby. I fucking hate it. And you all head out the warehouse, leaving it behind. And you begin to make your way through the streets. Go ahead and give me stealth checks.
Oh boy.
To try and blend in with the crowd. Hot damn!
Literally one of my worst skills.
Just goes to show you, you don't have to be the best to be the best. As you know, I'm going to say you have advantage on this because you all being led by people who know this area. So I'm actually going to say you have advantage on this because you are being led by people mainly Shadow, who knows where to go. Stay out of sight.
So technically,
Yeah,
I should have
You can't do any better. Like, you gotta do it.
disadvantage. So
Yeah, no, I'm keeping my 15.
Oh yeah, because Vishal, you would have, because of your armor, you would have had disadvantage. So actually, this gives you that 20. So yeah.
yeah.
All right. So, you all begin to follow in Shadow's footsteps. Bruiser and Sparky kind of follow. Bruiser isn't really the stealthiest either. And you kind of like see like the metal pads on shoulders and knees kind of like all clanking a little bit. But Sparky and Shadow, and surprisingly, Vishara, out of all of you, super stealthy. Like, just kind of, Vishara, you're able to like keep up with Shadow as she like ducks into like alleyways and keeps to the shadows.
I am the knight.
Batman. You see like a set of guards like on patrol kind of go by. You see like a set of like 3 rats and like kind of like the same that you saw before, only instead of like kind of ready for outside venture, like they're obviously like city guards instead of like scouts. So like their armor is kind of out in the open, whereas others kind of like hidden a little bit, which is why you didn't notice before engaging them. And they're carrying spears and they're just kind of walking around, keeping an eye out. And as they kind of pass, you all kind of duck through like one of the busy streets into an alleyway. Sylvia, as you're crossing, your foot kind of hits the curb and you kind of stumble a little bit and kind of let out a little and as that happens, one of the girls kind of, their ears kind of perk up and like turns in that direction, kind of turns around and looks, and they see like this strange like rat kind of like going across, and kind of give you a look. Oh no, I didn't bring the other tokens to like see if they can do the thing. Oh, I have a thing here. Yay. Wait, did I close it? Did I close it out? God damn it, I closed it out. I did it dumb. Gonna do an insight check to see if he can put 2 and 2 together. So he does kind of look and take notice, and like, you do look a little strange. And he thinks that's something to like kind of inspect a little bit further, so he calls out to you. You rat! And he kind of starts walking in your direction, and all the other girls kind of watch and turn around and start going in your direction as well. So what do you do? As everyone else has made it into this alleyway, you're like just about to be in it. You hit a curb and let out this groan, and Shadow looks back at you and goes, "Come on!" Hello?
Shit, I realized I was muted. Fuck, what do I do?
Actually, she seems stumped for what to do. Vishar is going to use thaumaturgy yet again, and the cry of a raven sounds out from the other side.
Okay. Yeah, you cast thaumaturgy, and this loud, like, caw of a raven emanates from the other side of the street, and you see a lot of the citizens who are like crossing around and like, you know, going to different stores along the edge, kind of looking. scream and like start panicking and running, and all the guards are kind of like caught up in this panic, look around and try to see what's up. So let me see.
As soon as they look around, I duck down into the alleyway.
All right, and they got a natural 1. So they look at it and they're like, Raven! And they just panic and scuttle too, because they are not cut out to face off against the Raven. They're not paying enough for that shit. So they scuttle too, and they start running around, looking for shelter. So now you're all kind of like caught up in this like panicked sect of the street. As people start running around, trying to hide on the booths and like try to making their way into rooms, as everyone's panicking from this crow, a raven that's just appeared. Don't know where, but it's there somewhere. I heard it. It's gotta be there. You all duck into the alleyway and begin to make your way further. So at this point, go ahead and give me another round of stealth checks. Still at advantage. Even more so now that it's fucking panic in the streets. It's a fucking raven.
I'm guessing I'll be rolling normal again.
Yeah, for you it would be normal, because your disadvantage and advantage kind of cancel each other out.
Wow.
Alrighty. And so we continue on, ducking through more city streets, and at this point, Sparky kind of cuts off and goes to one of the gates as you're making your way up to the wall. He's got to cut off early because all of you are going to have to like either go around the entirety of this wall to make it to the other side, or kind of find one of the tunnels and like make your way through and up on the other side, which really wasn't discussed during the whole planning thing, how you were going to get to the other side. You just kind of assumed you were going to get there.
Climbing gear. And rats can climb, or mice.
No, I don't mean like getting over the wall. I mean like actually physically like walking from one side of the city to the other side.
Oh.
Yeah. But Sparky heads off. We'll figure it out, don't worry. Fix it in post. Sparky heads off to one of the many walls that he has to go to. And you all keep going. And as you approach the wall, security gets more, gets heavier. You see like, kind of like set up like every 100 feet or so is a sentry tower. And now that you're like closer to the wall, Shadow kind of like tells you, alright, so whenever they look away, that's when we move. And this kind of keeps going on as you're like getting through the city. At this point, you're kind of like crossing one of these sentry stations, and everyone else makes it across as the guard is looking in a different direction. And then there's like a crash of like a cart that he hears, Vestin, as you're crossing, just happenstance, and he looks back and sees you kind of crossing. Let's see if he can make an insight check about what the fuck this is, as he sees this strange rat going across. That's a 7. He looks at you and he's like, okay, that's a rat crossing. And he sees like the cult fucked up and he's like, fucking peasants. And he just kind of goes back about his business, but he did like see you and saw like something happen. But he doesn't seem to think you're much of an issue with your get up.
Because I'm not.
Because I'm not an issue. So luckily, luck is on your side as you all go on without without issue. And at this point, you all come across like one of these tunnels, which is basically just an open hole in the ground, and you can like see the metal and the trash that like kind of makes up the ground of this city has been eaten away by acid, by like one of these oozes that you previously encountered. And Shadow kind of looks at it and says, "Okay, so we can either go in here, try to make our way across. It'd be quicker, but it's more dangerous. We'll also be out of sight. Or we can keep going around the city, around the walls, and hope we don't get caught. We've had some close encounters. So I'm kind of
The shard
partial to the
just
whole."
says option A.
I didn't label them, so is that the whole?
That would be the whole, yes. Option A is typically the first option.
Okay. I didn't give them a label, so I wasn't too sure.
And seeing as how we have had some closer encounters, I mean, I'm prone to saying go in the hole as well. But I don't know what we'll be facing down there, if we'll be having to fight off anything while we're down there.
Well, we're about to find out. And she jumps in, and Bruiser jumps in after her.
Okay, I guess.
Whee! Alright, do you all go in the tunnels?
Seems like
Yep.
the plan.
Yeah.
Plan A!
And now we have Sparky out there all by himself now.
He was going to be by himself anyway. Actually, that's a good point. Bruiser probably wouldn't have came with him. Bruiser probably would have went with Sparky to help out, actually. And plus, he's got to meet back up with y'all anyway, or make it over the hill himself, so. That's actually a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bruiser probably wouldn't be with y'all. Bruiser would probably be with Sparky helping him out. So it's just you three and Shadow. And 10. 10 is here as well.
Yeah, but what about Doodle? Where's Doodle?
You left Doodle behind. I know what Doodle is.
We forgot about Doodle.
Doodle is under a leaf,
Got lost along the way.
chilling out because you told him, stay here, Doodle. I know exactly what Doodle is.
He's living his best life.
He is. He's beach bum right now. He's, I mean, yeah, the beach is trash, and the ocean is trash, and the island and the
And the
business is
food.
trash. But, you know, beach life. Sure, it's a trash beach, but, you know, he's got food. He's got his aphid. He's probably sucking his butt right now, laying back on a leaf, chilling. Meanwhile, you're all ducking into a hole that was made by acid.
I feel like this is projection for what you want to be doing here soon.
No, without the trash and the aphid butt, yeah. Alright, so you all duck into a hole of one of the many tunnels. Go ahead and roll me survival checks to try and navigate through this.
Oh, no.
Still is! It's okay, everyone. Vestin didn't have a heart attack.
Damn.
That's the check to see if you die on the daily. No. Alright, so as you all kind of like slide down this hole, which is at an angle, and you, I guess it's a smooth tunnel. You all kind of like slide in. You kind of land in like this pit of like trash. And like the tunnels kind of just go haphazardly around. And you see Shadow kind of sitting there waiting for you all. She doesn't have a torch. She has night vision, so she doesn't need it. So she's like looking around.
I think only one of us needs.
Yeah, I think Michelle's the only one.
No,
who
we
doesn't
all have night.
No,
Yeah,
no,
you
we
all-
all do
you
because
all do.
Vishar's
Is-
moon. Yeah.
that's correct.
Vishara's got it from her class, and we've got it from our race.
So you all have dark vision. So no one needs a light.
I mean, if you need better dark vision, I can do that too.
True. 300 feet. What was it, 100? More than 2. It's crazy.
300.
300 feet.
It's crazy. It's insane. So you all look around, and you see like these set of tunnels that just kind of split off in random directions, like snaking through the underground. And it's really bizarre and strange because it's not like ground or dirt. It's trash. It is like random objects that have just accumulated here, and you see like a tire of like a bicycle that's like just sitting there that has been like cut through by acid, so it's like this rubble like perfectly cut. You see like the arm of like a doll that's like there that's been like eaten through, so it's like the plastic is like kind of hollowed out. It's creepy and bizarre and strange. And Shadow kind of heads in the direction, and you all kind of follow, making your way through. So now, Veston, I need you to roll a 1d20.
Well, 1d20.
Yep. 14. Alright, as...
Why do I have to roll a 1d20?
Because you got the highest in survival.
Oh, okay.
Lucky winner. So as you're all going through these sets of tunnels, Veston, you hear what sounds like a gurgling sound coming from a tunnel that kind of intersects this one at a right angle.
I'm immediately casting Mage Armor on myself and saying something's around the corner.
Alright, you cast Mage Armor. Shadow turns to look. I hear it too. And as you cast Mage Armor and everyone kind of gets ready, you see like this gray ooze kind of slowly emerge from the side. Kind of like you saw previously. And it's just slowly emerges from the side. So it's kind of up to you. It looks slow, so you could either try and run around it, or you could try and fight it.
Well, I'd say I'd try to run around it, so that way we're not.
I'm super fast, so
spending
works for me.
resources.
I will say if you do try to run around it, because of the size of the tunnels, unless you like take another tunnel, like around, which could mess up, which could add time to your destination, you will take an attack of opportunity from this thing if you do try to go around it. That's the only detriment to this.
I mean, that doesn't really bother me, but I have the highest AC of this group, so.
It doesn't bother me either.
Alright, just want you to know.
Well, I have the highest AC by armor, at least.
Alright, so you all kind of seeing that the slime is slow, and with your previous encounters with it, you kind of know this as well. But unfortunately that time you were kind of ambushed. You try to like duck around it as you pass. Shadow's the folks that like try and duck past, and this thing kind of like it was just kind of like lunges out towards her. Got 12. She manages to like jump over it and like land on all fours as she like skittles past, and then turns around to look at you all. You kind of motions you to come as this like ooze kind of like it retracts back this expanded pseudopod. Alright, who wants to try next?
I'll go.
Alright, you stand up and begin to make your way. And as you get closer, it almost seems to like smell the metal on you as it like kind of quivers as it's like kind of like excited as like a meal is approaching. You kind of see its body like expand a little bit in preparation for some tasty goodness. And as you kind of try and scoot by, it attacks you as well. It got a fall that time. Easily outmaneuvered. Even
No
in your
luck.
heavy mover.
No luck.
Even in your heavy armor, easily outmaneuvered as it is extremely slow. It seems to be like more adapted to just eating random trash than like actual moving prey. It just completely misses you. Doesn't even get close. Alright, who's next?
I guess I'll try.
Alright, this time I got a 17. Is it 17 now? What'd you make, Jama?
Yes, it hits.
Oh. Yeah, so as you try to like get by, this ooze like still like retracting from like its previous attack against Vishar senses like new prey approaching and like quickly re-expands and actually like expands up to like cover a lot of the tunnel itself, and you just kind of like run into it. Rolling damage. Alright, so you take 3 bludgeoning damage as you kind of like run into this ooze, and you take 6 acid damage as the acid burns your skin. And are you wearing any metal armor?
No,
Oh,
I'm
any
wearing
metal
no
armor?
armor at all.
Besides the weapon?
No, just the weapon, really.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, since you're not wearing any metal, it's perfectly fine. But you do feel like your skin burn and like your clothes kind of like singe a little bit. But no metal, so you're good. But now you're kind of like stuck in the ooze as it's like trying to like consume your body.
Of course.
Well, can I go next and pull him out as I go by?
Yeah, you can definitely try. Give me an athletics check.
Oh my god, you gotta be kidding.
Hot diggity damn. Alright, you run. Alright, explain to me how you try to like grab him out of this ooze.
Well, I was trying to jump and then like grab him, because I'm assuming he's not fully consumed, and just pull as I was like jumping by.
Mm-hmm.
I assume I just completely missed his hand.
Yeah, unfortunately, that does not succeed. As you like jump and like try to like grab him as you jump and like twist around. Unfortunately, like the ooze has surprisingly a strong grab on him, and like it throws you off guard and like messes up your jump, and you actually like land inside of the ooze as well. So I'm not going to do the bludgeoning damage, but you are taking the acid damage. You take. Damn, I got almost max. You take 11 acid damage as landing in this ooze like singes your body and skin. You're not wearing any armor because you're a barbarian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like no, you're not wearing any metal on you. So you're fine for the most part. Other than the 11 acid damage you took. So now the ooze is just like creeping up on Vessen's body, and like you landed on top of it, so you're like butt first in it. It's actually, if it wasn't so acidic, it'd be rather nice and pleasant.
If it wasn't eating my flesh.
Yeah. If it
Seeing
wasn't
as
acidic.
how they seem to be in trouble, Vishar is going to use Sacred Flame
Okay.
on it, obviously.
Yeah, so you cast Sacred Flame. 10 looks at it and is like, he's like really freaked out because he knows what this is, and he's like made of wood and metal, so he's not like good against this. You cast Sacred Flame. That is a Dex save. You actually got a 13, which I don't think succeeds, but it's actually impressive for a slime. You cast Sacred Flame at it, and like this beam of like radiant energy like hits it, and it like quivers, and like the part that's like in this radiant like kind of like pulls away from it.
By the way, question for you.
Yeah.
Since we are 5th level now, this should do 2d8 damage, but I can't tell if it did. That seems awfully low for 2d8.
It says it rolled 5. Did you change your cleric level to 5th?
I edited the field to say Cleric 5.
It did not roll the second D8.
Yeah. Properties. Let me look and see.
I don't see another category for level.
Past it. Current level 4. Active level 4. That might be it. Alright, so I don't know if that actually changed. Go ahead and roll it now, see if it rolls too. Just click it again.
I gotta figure out where they are. Okay.
Nope, still roll 1. Let me see if that actually went through. Might not have. I went too far. No, it didn't save. It stayed as 4. 5. 5. Oh yeah, your cleric level says 4 too. It didn't actually update.
I don't even know where you're finding those fields.
It's at close to the very bottom. It says character classes. Wait, where did you change it at?
Properties?
Yeah, it's in
Very
properties.
top?
At the very top?
Yeah.
No, that's not what you changed it at the very top. Yeah, class and level. Yeah, that's not what does it. That's just so it shows up on like your token, I believe. At the very bottom it says character classes, on the left it says classes, and then you have current level, active level, and then there's a list of a whole bunch of classes. Both.
Oh, that's not actually at the bottom. That's like halfway in for me.
It's closer to the bottom for me. I don't know. Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's where it says character classes. That's
Yeah.
You have to change that level right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of classes in there. It's like actual classes, and then there's like some third-party classes.
Alright, well, let me try this one more time.
One more time.
Come on. Really?
It was bad. It actually rolled 2 dice that time. I'll take the 5 because that was the best. Because getting 3 after rolling 2 dice is just outrageous.
Yeah.
So it takes the 5 damage, and the ooze around it kind of like shrivels up with that radiant damage hit. Your damage just consecutively got 1 worse each time we rolled it. That's so fucked
I
up.
noticed.
Alright, so Shadow sees this and kind of just exhales, seeing 2 of you like get caught up in this ooze. And she's gonna throw a dagger at it. That is... that is a 20 to hit, so that does hit. And it is... That's an 8 plus sneak attack. Another 8, so that's 16. She does 16 damage. And she throws a dagger into it. That's 16 plus 5? 21, right? Yeah, 21.
Yes.
Yep, so it's just barely hanging on as it like gets hit with this dagger and like this radiant flame. It just kind of shrivels back into like a little small pool of like of slime and acid, basically retracting from both of your bodies and quivering. But it's still alive and active. I guess is a good word to use. So you can either finish it off or try to make your way around it, see if it attacks you again.
I'll finish it off.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna stab it.
Stab.
I'm just gonna use my axe.
Axe.
25 for 9.
Both hit. It's only got an AC of 8. So both hit. You just utterly destroy this thing. Go ahead and roll d20. Vishon. Revolution. Damn it. One day.
What do I roll on this? A 20?
Don't know yet.
Probably.
Don't know yet. One day. It had 1 HP left. It's completely obliterated. It's as you cut and slash into the ooze, this like little quivering mass on the ground, and it just kind of flattens out in an unmoving puddle.
Dustin pushes off all of the leftover ooze that's on his body and says, "Well, that could have gone much better."
Yes, it could have. And she walks over and takes her dagger out of like the little puddle that's sitting there. You can see it now. The dagger she holds is like, it looks like some sort of large fang, probably from like a snake or something. That has like a little stick, like attached to the bottom and like wrapped around with like twine.
Oh, okay.
She goes, "All right, let's keep going unless we need to rest. I mean, it's been a long trek so far."
I'm good to keep going.
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, let's go. Go ahead and give me another round of survival checks. Wow. Damn.
Vishara over here with all the natural 20s.
That's like 3 natural 20s today, isn't it?
Yeah,
At least 2.
Taking all the natural 20s.
not all, but
Just most.
I also get a lot of low rolls.
That's true.
It's either high or low. There's no in between for me.
High d20 rolls, low everything else. It's the balance. It's just got to be maintained. Otherwise, Thanos will snap us. It's the only way. That's the main boss of this entire campaign. Is just waiting for y'all to go in one direction or the other. And Thanos just pops up and like, "Sup, bitch?" And then we roll a d20 and see if you all die or not. Alright, let's see here. Alright, so you all keep going. Shadow kind of leading, but also keeping pace with you all. Just kind of like standing in the front. And as you keep traveling, going in through these snaking tunnels, Vishara, you hear what It's strange. It almost sounds like gurgling and singing coming from a tunnel that heads downward. And you smell this horrendous stench.
Well, that doesn't seem pleasant. Vishara will mention this to everyone else.
You mentioned it as you all kind of keep going. Eventually, this smell like just hits all of you. And with Vishara pointing out, you also hear like this strange like singing coming from like echoed singing coming from below this tunnel. It's like traveling downward at like an angle, at like a roughly a 45-degree angle.
There's something coming down a slope, you said?
Nothing's coming down the slope. It's just a 45-degree like tunnel going down, and you hit like you hear this like echoed singing coming from it, and you don't really know what it is. It's so like echoed and distorted by the time it hits your ears, but it does sound like some kind of singing. And also this horrendous stench that's kind of like fuming up from it.
Can we see down? Well, it farther down.
You look down, and it seems empty for a long way, but it goes deep, deep down, up to the point where your dark vision no longer can see.
Shadow, are you sure we're going the right way?
I'm pretty sure that's not the way, though. Kind of reiterate, your tunnel keeps going, and then there's like a side tunnel that goes down this way.
Oh, this is a side tunnel.
Yeah, this is
okay.
just a side tunnel. This isn't the way she's leading you. But,
Okay.
Vishar heard this and pointed it out to everyone.
Well, are we gonna check this out, or should we just keep going? How much longer do we have until we need to be?
It's hard to tell under here. We could check it
Maybe
out.
we come back to this.
Maybe.
No?
Could be an easy escape route. They shall really want to go now.
Ladies?
I mean, I don't want to get any closer than I need to that smell.
Yeah.
So we bypass it and we keep going.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, lead on, Shadow.
Alright. You all keep going, leaving behind this dreadful stench of like sewage and this singing voice behind. And after what feels like maybe an hour or so of travel through these snaking, winding tunnels, you come up to a tunnel that stalks to head up, and Shadow goes, "Alright, should be up through here and we should be close." And she starts going up. And I assume you all follow?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
No, we exalt your expectations and run back to the stinky one.
Only in your imagination.
My imagination. In my world, unicorns poop butterflies and eat rainbows. and you all go up the tunnel. Well, you can see like sunlight kind of glistening in. Shadow pokes her head out first and looks around, and then motions you all to come up. After checking if the coast is clear, she climbs out and starts helping you all get out. All right, we're close. The main wall should be about 10 minutes to the east, and then that's when we climb.
All right.
And she begins heading you all in that direction. So at this point, go ahead and make me stealth checks once again.
Wow.
At advantage, by the way, because she's leading you.
I feel like you're just really helping with.
No, I keep forgetting because I keep forgetting that to like remind you.
I kind of expected them to roll with advantage, so.
Unless I'm told to roll with advantage, I don't roll with advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have advantage with these because she is guiding you and she is a rogue and she knows where to go. All right, so you all begin to head out, sticking to like the shadows of this area. And the area you're at right now, you can kind of see are like surrounded by like warehouses, and you see like different dock workers. And off in the distance, you hear like different vessels like coming up from the surrounding trash sea, unloading and loading, taking passengers and goods. Mostly goods, and you see like all these warehouses like taking up stock and whatnot. You kind of like stick to like the heavy populated areas, kind of like blending in. Shadow picks up one of the crates and like pretends to like carry it, acting like one of the dock workers. And Sylvie, you pick up one and you do the same. Vishal, you do as well. Vesting, you tried to pick up one of these crates and kind of like do the same thing as she's doing. But you end up picking up one that's like vastly too heavy for you. And you just kind of like groan and huff as you're like trying to take up this box until eventually you give up. But at this point, you kind of like gathered like some peering eyes watching you try to pick up this box that's too heavy. And one of the workers for this warehouse kind of walks over to you. And he's this kind of like muscular mouse who you can like see like has some scarring on like the side of his cheek going down his chin, where hair no longer grows. And he kind of looks at you and goes, "And I've never seen you here before. Do you work for a warehouse? Notice you're trying to take one of these boxes, yeah." Are you muted?
Sylvie.
Did I say Vesper?
Yeah.
Sylvie. No. Wait, hold on a minute.
I rolled well.
No,
This should be
you rolled an 18,
Winston.
so it is Vesper. Is she? You rolled the 12.
Oh, it's me. I thought
Yeah,
you said Sylvie.
I thought I said Vesper. I meant Vesper.
Oh.
If I said Sylvie, I apologize. I meant to say Vesper because you got the 12 and you were the lowest.
Okay, I was like, okay.
Yeah, Sylvie would have no issues lifting up these boxes.
Oh yeah, of course, Vestin. Yeah.
You got 12.
Yes, of course I do. I'm gonna quietly cast maybe not quietly. Um, cast a quick charm person on this rat.
All right, you cast Charm Person. Let's see if he can save. It's Wisdom, right?
Yeah, 16.
He got a 2.
Of course I work it. Come on, we've been longtime friends. You know me.
And what does it look like as you're casting this spell?
It's like a bunch of like a little wave of sparkly, like subtle sparkly, like fairy pixie dust, whatever, like wisps off Vestin's mouth into the rat's ears as he stands up, and he's like imitating brushing himself off, but he's doing the stomatic components and everything.
Yeah, so like your words like turn like magical and like go into like this wispy, like sparkly mist that like goes into his ears, and he kind of, you see his eyes like blink and then open back up. He goes, "Of course I remember you. How could I have forgotten? It's been so long. I haven't seen you in so long. How's the wife been? The kids, are they doing good?"
Oh, the kids, they're all grown up and they're off doing whatever it is now. The house is relatively quiet. The wife is doing wonderful. I've been sending her money from my travels and everything, and I'm just here back for a few days and everything before I head off again.
Oh, only if you gotta come to dinner. Me and Annabelle would love to have you for dinner.
Annabelle, oh bless her little heart. Of course I will come to dinner. I'll get the wife, and maybe in in a few days before I leave I can come by.
That sounds wonderful. You gotta come tonight. It'd mean so much to her if you came tonight. You know how much she'd love to hear your stories.
Tonight? I was hoping to spend a little bit of time, alone, but if you insist, I'll see if I can talk the wife into it.
Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Listen, come to our place. Mid-cycle. Roxwolf, you know where it is. It's the little shacky house, you know. Things have been rough. Haven't been able to expand yet. Annabelle's been on my ass about it all the time. Anyway, Roxwolf, you know the house. We'd love to see you. We make a big feast. We ain't got much, but for you. And he like just grabs the side of your face and brings you into it, like kisses your cheeks. For you. Do anything.
Yes. And I'll bring a fine bottle of liquor for us to share.
Liquor! You! High man of standings right here. This guy.
I have my ways of getting it, I'll tell you that.
Sounds great. Sounds like a plan. Oh, let me help you with this box. And he like goes and like gets like a little God, what do they call like little
a dolly?
Yes,
a hand truck?
thank you. Dolly, hand truck. That's really just like one stick of wood that's like been like 2 planks of wood that's been like nailed together with like a wheel on the front. And he like brings it to you. Here, use this, it's so much easier. And he like grabs the box, puts it on it. There, shouldn't have any trouble. And he pats you on the shoulder. Go tell the wife I said hello. Tell the kids I love them. Meet me at the house.
I will.
Mid-cycle. It'd be great. It'd be wonderful. We'll cook up the best cheese we got. It'd be great. It'd be melted. We'll have some shredded.
Don't tempt me now. So, all right, get back to work.
Oh, I'm tempting. And he walks off. And you now with Dolly and box in hand.
He like looks over and just like wipes his brow and goes, Let's go. Go, go, go.
And we're off.
Yeah, you see like everyone else is like ducked into a corner waiting for you. And like as you pull up with like this dolly, this like makeshift dolly and box that's sitting on you all like make your way through. Like you're carrying like supplies somewhere. To eventually you make it to the wall. And you see like this. The wall is not great. It's not terrible. It's like different like sheets of like metal and like pieces of like rubble that looks like it's been taken from like larger pieces of like actual bricks and reused and repurposed. Have been like assembled and like made into like this makeshift like wall that goes up about 20 feet, and you're not really sure about the thickness. It could vary. And you make a way up to it. You do see like 2 guard postings on like about 100 feet each on the side of the wall. And congratulations, you made it to the wall. Whether or not Sparky and Brawlo have succeeded in the planting of explosives will yet to be seen. As we have hit 3 o'clock in this time.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty, so I hope you all enjoyed. We will see what your escapades will lead to next time. See if you can manage to climb a wall. Maybe kill a king.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna kill a king.
Regicide.
Yay, regicide! Long live the king. Alright, so I hope you all enjoyed. Next session, I don't think anything's coming up, so it should just be 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
It should be the 10th.
Yeah, it should be the 10th.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't think anything's going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
Let me
Could you
check
get some
one
on the
thing
17th?
first. Where's my little sheet?
Yeah, what are you looking at? How'd you like it? What you think? Sorry for all the fucking shutdown stream has been doing. I don't know what the fuck that's about, but
It's alright.
Yeah, that's fine.
Things happen.
things happen. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. What you thinking? What are your thoughts? What do you think's gonna happen? I wanna know.
I think we're gonna kill a king, and if we don't, if we don't get our rolls right, we're gonna get attacked by a bunch of rats here soon, traveling through the.
Then you just imagine a nuclear explosion upon Rat City. We all go
Know what a
down.
nuclear explosion is. Magical explosion.
Bomb.
Just imagine a big fireball.
I imagine fireball.
So, if I found the right info, and I think I did, I will actually be covering the future game show. Probably right up until we stream. So,
Okay.
because it starts at 1.
Yeah, because it's actually kind of late for you, isn't it?
Well,
'Cause you're
we
like,
start at 3 for me. So,
Yeah.
now it's like 6.
Yeah.
So now it's kind of late-ish. But that's early enough. We can probably make it work.
I'll play it by you.
Because it will start 1 my time. That gives me 2 hours. It's usually been about 2 hours. So,
I'll play it by
it's
you.
the downside of me covering Summer Games Fest.
Summer Games Fest. Fireworks. Air horns. Some random dude hitting a newspaper against something.
I like seeing all the new games.
Vuvuzelas.
and talking with a bunch of other VTubers about games, but
So, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions about anything, let me know.
Yeah,
Let
have
me
a
know
good
about
one.
anything, so,
have fun.
bye!
Goodbye.
And I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye! Farewell!